Hey Mixers, welcome back to another WNBA player props video. I am filming this before the Thursday games are kicking off or tipping off, so we can't review those, but we can review the game from yesterday. We've now cashed our best bet 2 days in a row, I believe, so let's jump into that. Okay, so Alyssa Thomas over 14.5 points is what I gave you, and that did cash. We were rolling with Aaliyah Boston the other day. My alt line cashed on Nafisa Collier over 17.5 points. I didn't know she was going to end up being a taco for prize picks. So that came out after, but I took that as well. And so obviously both of those cashed at 16.5 and 17.5. I told you could probably go in on Sabrina's assist if Stewie played. Stewie did play, but Sabrina's assist did not cash. I didn't end up going in on that. Stewie didn't play a full amount of minutes, obviously, and she looked horrible out there. Tiffany Hayes did not play. So I got both of the money lines right, including the underdog money line with the Mercury winning the game. So that's 2 underdog money lines that I've hit in the playoffs now in a row because we had the fever the other day. And then the Lynx killed the Valkyries by 1 point. That was a close game, crazy close game. But that is what we were planning on. So I got the money lines right, 1-1 on the spreads, and then lost the 2 totals. So unfortunately, I was starting to make a comeback in the totals, but didn't quite get there with the overs. But my money lines are up to 81%. I'm correct most of the time there. And then our player props are sitting right at an even 56% on the whole season. All right, jumping into the 1 game slate that we have on Friday, the Liberty are going to the Mercury to play that final playoff game. The Mercury have won 4-2 straight up. Totals in New York, 170, 165, 146. Oh, sorry, we're just talking about Phoenix here because they are not going to play in New York again. Totals in Phoenix, 197, 143, and 145. So the recent totals have been low. This total is 155.5, which does seem too high. And I have been rolling with the overs in the playoffs, and that has not been working out for me. And I'm going to do it again. So I'm leaning towards the over. The spreads have been 15, 17, and 7. So I just think the Mercury win this game. I think they're the better team. Take the Mercury -2. Would it surprise me if the Liberty won? No, it would not. Because there's a game script going on here that they shouldn't have won the championship last year, and so I think people are wanting to see that Lynx Liberty rematch. I think it's more likely we see like the Aces, the Mercury, the Dream in that spot against the Lynx. That's just my opinion, and so that's what I'm betting on here. That's what I'm using to make my decisions here. Is that I just think the Mercury are a better team and that they will advance. And so that's what I'm betting on. I can't bet on these, obviously, in my state, so these are just my leans. All right, so I do have a couple best bets in this game. Satu Sabali over 5.5 rebounds. We laid off of Satu Sabali for a long time because she went through a crazy slump of like 8 games where she wasn't hitting any of her lines, including her rebounds line. And so we stopped betting on her, but she was an elite rebounder for most of the season. And she has gotten back to that in the playoffs. So she's over 67% in head-to-head games and only over 52% on the season, but that's taking into consideration that 8-game slump that she had. And she has been over 100% in the playoffs so far. So she's had 8 and 7 against this team. I'm going to roll with it one more time. And then Breanna Stewart is very, very tempting. So I know she only played, not that many minutes, but hopefully she plays a little bit more minutes in this one. I don't know what her health is looking like. She doesn't have a questionable tag, so it's clear that she's going to be playing the game. And I think that Breanna Stewart playing a good game is probably the Liberty's only chance at winning because, Sabrina has been off. She cannot score. Jonquil Jones has not been shooting threes. She's been taking like 3 attempts per game. I was looking for her line to bet under on it, but I couldn't find under 1.5 anywhere for her 3-pointers. So that was not available. So maybe they get Jonquil Jones shooting some more threes, but then they don't have anyone underneath to go up against Alyssa Thomas. They need Stewie in order to win this game. They know that. We know that. And so now they're giving us these really low lines on Stewie. I'm just going to take one of them. So over 100% in road games with the Mercury this season. So these are just the head-to-heads on the road. She obviously did not hit this at home the other day. She only had 6 points. And she only had 6 points in a previous home game against the Mercury. So hopefully on the road here, she really gets things going. And then I do have a lean here. This is just a consistency play. So Emma Miesemann over 7.5 rebounds and assists. She's over 100% of the time in the playoffs. versus this team. So 8 and 9 is what she had in the 2 playoff games. This is just a consistency play. It's very risky. It's just a lean. I have not bet this. I might not bet this. So I'm just telling you. So here is the quick summary for that. Satu Sabli over 5.5 rebounds. Brianna Stewart over 13.5 points. And then with the 1 lean, Emma Meesmith over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Let me know. Yeah, well, we just have the 2 best bets. So today, any comment will get you entered into the contest for the cash giveaway. If these 2 best bets hit, then someone will be getting some free cash. Thanks, guys.